King of the Road Productions proudly presents the first installment in our sensational Sideman series of the King of the Road Show HD. Southeast Texas Style. We'll highlight the amazing musical career of Port Arthur's David Varnado. We'll air the Southeast Texas debut of Stephen Hunley's new music video, brought to you by King's Country. And Frank Martin Gilligan will be back in the Royal Spotlight. Sponsored by Pine Tree Lodge in LaBelle.
King of the Road.
Howdy, and thanks for tuning in to the latest King of the Road Show HD on Fox 4, KBTV, and the CW. I'm Jim King of the Road, here to remind you about Art in the Park, coming to Stark Park in Orange, Texas on Saturday, April 9th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Come out and support local artists and crafters. There'll be food vendors on site, and you can enjoy the smooth sounds of night and day orchestra, along with traveling roads. Hope to see you at Art in the Park on Saturday, April 9th. Now stay with me as we begin our sensational Sideman series with the amazing David Varnado.
Edgar Struble and the Primetime Country Band. Hey, who's tonight's celebrity player?
Hey, he's a Cajun fiddle player from Port Arthur, Texas. He's a newcomer to Nashville. He's worked with Joel Saunier and now working with Ty England. Please welcome David Varnado. Coming up, Mr. Woltide will sing for us, plus our DJ report.
Over 20 years later, David Varnado returns to the Boudin Hut in Port Arthur, Texas, where it all began.
But anyway, to make a long story short, David and I, we have a lot of history. I think David played with us here. You were about 14? Okay, 13, 14 years old. Now, I started playing when I was 11. I probably got about 13, 14 years on David, age-wise. But we got introduced to the same thing, and we decided we liked what we did. And David took it to a different level. He decided he really liked it, and he's played with some very good stars. I mean, I've seen the list of them, and I'm proud to say that I'm a friend of David's.
Make him welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Ledoux. Yeah!
Your eye on this old cowboy. I can tell you never had one for your own.
And David.
You know, this is the first place that David Varnado played.
Come on.
When he was a teenager. I believe he was about 13 years old.
Well, Rufus Thibodeau was and is and was, and of course he's deceased now, was the king of all of the Cajun fiddle players down in Louisiana. Legends have it that he did everything, played with Bob Wills when he was 17 years old. And so one day he told me, he said, look, I got this young guy that's coming down from around the Port Arthur area. Joe, you need to hear this guy. And I said, well, Rufus, that's fine, I mean, that's cool. He said, well, he's going to be coming to visit me, and you really need to hear this kid. Well, I said, well, how old is he? He said, he's 14 years old. So, well, Rufus said, not a problem, man. I definitely want to hear him. I said, well, how good is he? He said, I'll tell you how good he is. He said, Joe, he's going to replace me. And I I said, Rufus, listen, man, that's a big story ahead of you there. You know, he said, when you hear this, boy, you're going to really know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And sure enough, David comes up there, you know what I'm talking about? We get to negotiating and talking and everything else, and they break out those fiddles, and I'll tell you what, I've never heard a young boy, never in my lifetime, and I've heard lots of musicians play a lot of music. I've been on the road a long time.
All she's gotta do is just give it that way.
It's part one of the King of the Road Show HD's Sensational Sideman series. Southeast Texas style. Still to come, we'll air the Southeast Texas debut of Stephen Hunley's new music video, brought to you by King's Country. Also, singer-songwriter Frank Martin Gilligan will be back in the Royal Spotlight. Sponsored by Pine Tree Lodge in LaBelle. But next, we'll air more of our David Varnado and Friends exclusive.
You're cruising in the King's Caddy.
King of the road.